Ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I stand before you today to remind you of something that's been in front of you all along. We often hear that timing is everything, but do we truly understand what that means? I want you to take a moment, breathe in deep, and listen carefully. Timing is not just a sequence of moments. It's the divine connection between who you are, where you are, and where you're destined to go. Timing is a divine force, a powerful thread that weaves through every aspect of our lives. We often think of time as a simple sequence of moments, seconds, minutes, hours, but it is so much more than that. It's not just a ticking clock. Timing is the moment when heaven intersects with earth, when your destiny meets your decisions, when your preparation aligns with your breakthrough. The timing in your life is purposeful, divinely crafted, and full of meaning. Everything you've gone through, everything you've experienced, it all fits into the grand design that God has for you. What you may see as delay or detour, He sees as a necessary part of the journey. Now, let me tell you something. When we step into a season of waiting or uncertainty, it's easy to get frustrated. We want things to happen now. We want our dreams to materialize, our prayers to be answered, our struggles to end. But what we fail to realize is that God doesn't operate on our timeline. He's not bound by the clocks and calendars that we hold so tightly to. God has His own schedule, and His timing is perfect. What feels like a delay is often just preparation, a setup for something greater that's coming into your life. You may be in a place where it feels like the doors are closed, like the opportunities you've worked for aren't coming fast enough. But I want you to understand something today. Your life is not a series of random events. It's not a chaotic mess of unrelated moments. It is a perfectly orchestrated series of events, each one leading you to the next, and each one contributing to your growth and development. There is a reason for everything you are going through, even when you can't see it yet. The trials, the waiting, the confusion. They are all part of God's design, building the person He needs you to be to step into the next season of your life. Sometimes we think the time is right for something, but God knows it's not. Maybe you're asking for a promotion, or a relationship, or a breakthrough, but God sees that you're not yet ready for it. He knows that if He gave it to you too soon, you wouldn't be able to handle it. He knows that if He opened that door too early, it might harm you or others. You're not waiting on luck. You're not waiting on chance. You're waiting on divine timing. And that timing, my friend, is never wrong. There is a time for everything. Ecclesiastes tells us that there's a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to be born and a time to die. That's true not just in nature, but in every area of our lives. Timing isn't just about the right moment. It's about being in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. The power of timing is knowing that it's all going to come together when it's supposed to. When you align your life with God's plan, you begin to understand that His timing is always perfect, even when it doesn't make sense to you. So, stop stressing about the clock. Stop obsessing over the when. Instead, trust the divine timing in your life. When the moment is right, when you are ready, when everything has been aligned, the doors will open and you'll walk right into what God has promised you. Your life isn't a mistake, it's a carefully crafted masterpiece, and every moment, every season has a purpose. When you understand this, you will learn to trust in the timing of your life. And when that happens, you will be ready for everything God is about to pour into your life. Timing is not just about waiting for the right moment to come. It's about becoming the person you need to be to handle that moment when it finally arrives. You see, too often we focus on the outward circumstances, the doors we want to open, the promotions we seek, the relationships we crave. But the real work, the work that prepares us for the blessing, happens on the inside. It's not enough to simply want something. You must become the kind of person who is ready to receive it. You must grow into your destiny. Think about it. You can have all the talent in the world, all the ambition, all the desires, but if you haven't done the work to prepare yourself, you won't be able to handle the responsibility that comes with those blessings. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're praying for a big opportunity. You want that job, that promotion, that platform, that connection. But what if you're not emotionally, spiritually, or mentally prepared for it? What if you haven't learned how to handle pressure, how to deal with people, or how to manage your time and resources? It's not just about the opportunity, it's about what you're able to handle when it comes your way. That's where preparation comes in. It's the quiet work that no one sees, the long hours, the sacrifices, the lessons learned in the dark. You may not see the results right away, but every step you take, every decision you make, is shaping you into the person you need to be. You may feel like you're not making progress, like you're stuck, but I promise you, every challenge, every failure, every setback is part of the process. It's all shaping you, refining you, building the character you'll need to handle the breakthrough that's coming. When you are in a season of preparation, you may feel like you're working hard but getting nowhere. You may feel like the world around you is moving faster than you are. But the truth is, the work you're doing in the waiting is not in vain. God is using this time to mold you into the person you're meant to be. He's teaching you lessons that you'll need in the next chapter of your life. He's building your patience, your resilience, your perseverance. You are not wasting time, you are becoming. It's also important to understand that preparation doesn't just happen in the good seasons. Some of the best preparation comes during the tough times, the seasons where it feels like everything is falling apart. You've been betrayed, you've been let down, you've faced rejection. Those times aren't just hardships. They are opportunities for growth. They are refining your spirit, teaching you how to stand firm when the storm hits, and showing you that you can survive more than you ever thought possible. So don't rush the process. Don't try to skip ahead to the part where you get the blessing. The blessing is coming, but you need to be ready for it. Embrace the journey, embrace the growth, and understand that everything you are going through is getting you ready for the next level. It's in the preparation that you are truly equipped to step into your destiny. When the moment arrives, you won't just be standing there wondering what to do. You'll be ready to walk into it with confidence, with grace, and with the strength to succeed. Remember, preparation is not a waste of time. It is the necessary step to stepping into your future. So take your time, learn what you need to learn, grow into who you need to be. And when your time comes, you will be more than ready for the blessing that's waiting for you. There is a divine plan at work in your life, and I need you to understand something. You are not here by accident. Your journey, your struggles, your victories, and yes, even your waiting, are all part of a greater design. We often get so caught up in trying to figure things out for ourselves, pushing for the things we want, and trying to force opportunities open that we forget that there is a higher power at work. You may not see it, you may not feel it, but trust me, God is orchestrating everything in your life. When you look back over your life, you'll start to see how every moment, every season, has been leading you to this very point. Every challenge, every obstacle, every setback. It was not meant to destroy you, it was meant to build you. God is always working behind the scenes, arranging the pieces of your life in ways you cannot understand. Just like a masterful artist creating a painting, he is working in the background, perfecting your purpose. It's hard sometimes. It's hard to trust in a plan that you cannot see. But the truth is, God's ways are higher than our ways, and His timing is perfect. We may want things to happen on our schedule, but there is a reason why they haven't come yet. God knows what's best for you. He sees the whole picture, while we only see a tiny fraction. And in His wisdom, He knows that some things cannot come into your life until you are ready to receive them. Think about it. The things you desire, the dreams you've been praying for, are you truly prepared for them? You may want the relationship, the job, the success, but you may not be ready for the responsibility that comes with it. You may not be spiritually mature enough or emotionally stable enough to handle it. God's delay is not denial, it's protection. He's not holding back your blessing. He's making sure that when it does come, you're in the right place to embrace it. When you're in a season of waiting, it can feel like you're stuck. It can feel like nothing is happening. But understand this: God is working behind the scenes, shifting things, connecting the dots, and preparing the right people and opportunities for you. Sometimes you can't see it right away. Sometimes it feels like things are falling apart when in reality they're falling into place. Trust the process. Trust that God is doing something in your life that you cannot yet see. If you want a breakthrough, if you want to step into your destiny, you have to learn to trust God's timing. His plan is perfect, even when it doesn't make sense to you. His timing might not line up with your own, but it is always on time. So when you're facing uncertainty, when you're questioning why things aren't happening as quickly as you want, remember that God is working. He's aligning things, rearranging things, and setting everything up for your success. The key is to trust Him even when you don't understand. Trust that He is in control, that He has a plan for your life, and that His plan is better than anything you could ever imagine. It may not happen when you want it to, but it will happen when it's meant to. And when it does, you'll look back and realize that every delay, every detour, every season of waiting was worth it because it led you exactly to where you needed to be. Waiting is not a passive experience. It is a powerful, transformative process that shapes your future. Too often, we see waiting as a wasted time, a season of frustration, confusion, and stagnation. We wonder why we're not seeing the results we've prayed for, why things aren't moving as quickly as we expected, why the doors don't seem to open when we knock. But the truth is, waiting is not a time of inactivity. It's a time of preparation, of inner transformation, and of unseen work being done in your life. In the waiting, God is doing something profound. When things feel like they are at a standstill, God is quietly yet powerfully working behind the scenes. It's in these moments of uncertainty that He is refining your character, strengthening your faith, and teaching you patience. You might feel like you're stuck, but what if I told you that you are not stuck? You are in the process of becoming who you need to be for what's ahead. Your waiting is not a waste. It's a season of growth, a season where God is preparing you for the future that you've been praying for. Think about it. When a seed is planted in the ground, it doesn't grow immediately. It takes time. It takes nourishment. It takes the right environment. The roots have to go deep before the tree can shoot up into the sky. In the same way, your dreams, your blessings, and your breakthroughs need time to grow. They need to be cultivated. They need to be nurtured. If you rush the process, you risk not being ready for the blessing when it comes. Waiting teaches you to trust. It teaches you to lean into the unknown, to believe that something good is happening, even when you can't see it with your natural eyes. Waiting is the place where your faith is tested and strengthened. It's easy to have faith when things are going well, when doors are opening and opportunities are abundant. But true faith is built in the waiting season. It's in those moments when it seems like nothing is happening that God is building your endurance, your perseverance, and your ability to trust Him no matter what. And let me tell you something else. Waiting refines you. It strips away your self-sufficiency and teaches you to rely on God's timing and God's provision. It breaks down your pride and arrogance, and in its place builds humility. It's easy to want to rush forward, to push for things that aren't quite ready, but waiting teaches you to surrender your agenda and align your heart with God's will. When you come out of the waiting season, you are not the same person who went in. You have been shaped, molded, and prepared to handle what's next. So don't despise your waiting season. Don't resent it. Embrace it. It's in this season that God is doing the most profound work in you. Trust that He is not wasting your time. Every delay, every moment of waiting has purpose. It's a season where you are being equipped for your destiny. The waiting isn't a setback, it's a setup for the breakthrough that's coming. When the time is right, the door will open, and you'll walk through it with a strength and wisdom that you wouldn't have had if you had rushed ahead. The waiting period, though challenging, is not in vain. It's God's way of preparing you for something bigger, something better, something greater than you could have ever imagined. So don't just wait. Grow, trust, and prepare for what's next, knowing that everything is working together for your good. In the waiting, there's something powerful happening that you may not fully see yet. It's called faith, the kind of faith that doesn't just believe when everything is going right, but the kind of faith that holds on even when everything seems wrong. When you're in the midst of uncertainty, when the road ahead looks unclear, and when you can't see the breakthrough on the horizon, that's when your faith is truly tested. Faith is not just about believing for what's next. It's about believing in what you can't yet see. It's trusting that even when the path feels blocked, even when you're unsure of the future, God is still at work. There's something about waiting that demands you to deepen your faith. You see, it's easy to have faith when things are going well. It's easy to say you trust God when everything seems to be falling into place. But faith is not built on easy days. It's built on the days when you can't understand why things are happening, when the breakthrough seems miles away, and when you're tempted to give up. It's in those moments that true faith is cultivated. It's in the waiting that your trust in God grows stronger, because waiting is when you have to let go of control and rely on His perfect plan. Faith in the waiting doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. It doesn't mean you give up on your dreams or stop working toward your goals. No, true faith is active. It's trusting God enough to keep moving forward, even when you don't know where the next step will lead. It's keeping your eyes fixed on the promise even when the path is unclear. Faith is taking that step when you don't see the whole staircase. It's doing the work even when the reward seems distant. It's pressing forward when it feels like nothing is happening, knowing that God is behind the scenes, working things out on your behalf. Your faith is not just about asking for things or making wishes. It's about trusting in the timing of your life. It's about knowing that God knows what's best for you and that He is preparing you for what's ahead, even when you can't see the full picture. There may be seasons where you feel like you're stuck, where you feel like your prayers are going unanswered, where you wonder if it will ever happen for you. But in those moments, your faith is being refined. It's being strengthened. It's teaching you that even in the silence, even in the waiting, God is at work. And when the time is right, when the season changes, you'll step into what you've been praying for. What faith does in the waiting is it shifts your perspective. It takes your eyes off the problem and puts them on the promise. It takes your focus off the obstacles and places it on the opportunity that is ahead. Faith enables you to see beyond the present moment and to trust in God's ultimate plan for your life. It says, I don't understand why things are the way they are right now, but I trust that God is still in control. I trust that He is working all things together for my good. So, when you find yourself in a season of waiting, don't let doubt creep in. Don't let discouragement take hold of your heart. Keep your faith alive. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting. The waiting is not wasted. The waiting is strengthening your faith, building your trust, and preparing you for the breakthrough that is on its way. And when it arrives, you will know that it wasn't just the breakthrough you were waiting for. It was the faith that carried you through the waiting that was the true victory. Keep the faith, because in the waiting, God is working. When the moment finally arrives, when the breakthrough comes, it will feel like everything you've been through, everything you've endured, was preparing you for this very moment. You see, timing isn't just about waiting. It's about becoming the person who can handle the blessing when it arrives. You don't get to the moment of your destiny without being shaped and molded along the way. Everything you've experienced, the challenges, the growth, the struggles, have been setting you up to handle the gift that God is about to release in your life. When your moment comes, you'll be ready for it, not just in the external ways, but in the deepest parts of your being. You may feel right now that you're not where you want to be. You might feel like you're still far from the dream, far from the goal, and the reality of your breakthrough seems like it's still a distant vision. But the truth is, you are being prepared even when you can't see it. There is a season of training, a season of becoming, that you must go through in order to step into your purpose with the wisdom and strength to carry it. If you're looking at your life and wondering when your time will come, just remember this. When it does, you won't just be ready for it, you will be equipped to thrive in it. God does not give blessings to people who are not ready to steward them. He doesn't give you a breakthrough just to watch you stumble and fall under its weight. No, He is preparing you for the moment, equipping you with everything you need so that when the door opens, you will walk through it with confidence, grace, and authority. Everything you've gone through is adding to the strength, resilience, and wisdom you will need to handle what is about to come. You are not being held back, you are being made ready. Your struggles are not a sign that you're not on the right path. They are the very tools that are refining you, sharpening you, and building the character that you will need for what is ahead. It's in the quiet moments of preparation that God is doing His best work. You might not feel it, but He's developing you spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. When the breakthrough comes, you will be able to handle it, not just for yourself, but for others as well. The moment won't be a burden, it will be a blessing that you carry with grace because you've been made ready for it. God is not preparing the opportunity alone. He is preparing you to seize it. When the doors finally open, when the moment comes to walk into the destiny you've dreamed about, you will not only see the blessing, you will be able to manage it, protect it, and maximize its impact. The preparation process is a gift in itself. It's a time when God is refining you, making sure you are the right person for the promise. You don't want the blessing to come before you are ready to handle it. You don't want the opportunity to arrive until you are fully equipped to step into it and steward it well. So, when your time arrives, don't be surprised by how effortlessly you walk into the destiny that has been prepared for you. It will feel natural because you've been prepared for it every step of the way. Everything you've experienced was leading you here, and you will be ready to take it all in stride. God has been at work in you, shaping you, refining you, and making you into the person who can handle the blessing. And when your moment comes, you won't just be standing there wondering if you can do it. You will step into it with confidence, knowing that you are not just prepared for the blessing, but destined to thrive in it.